My name is Alberta Geyer. I paint with oils in a traditional classical manner. It's also still life, portraits, and one of my favorite things to do are dog portraits. I think I'm the only one at the Guild that does dog portraits. So my work has a strong light and dark aspect to it. It's known as chiaroscuro, which is Italian for light and dark. So when I set up my still life paintings, I take that into consideration, which most traditional painters do. They have a single light source, so you have your lit side of objects and your shadow side of objects. I've been a member of the Guild now for 9 years, and it was an honor and a pleasure to be accepted into the Guild because it's a historical institution. It's very prestigious. The benefit I derive from being in the Guild is that being surrounded by so many wonderful painters, it spurs me to be better and to be in that company. I mean, that's the biggest benefit for me. The artists that I look to, that I admire their work and hope to come close to as beautiful as their work is, would be Chardin is one, certainly Vermeer, Fantin Latour, John Singer Sargent, and probably all the Boston School painters such as Tarbell and Paxton and DeCamp. I mean, I look to them as ways to improve myself. I knew I was an artist very young, probably middle school, but certainly by high school. I knew that this was something I had to do. And when I was in high school, abstract art was all the rage. That's all they taught. That's all they wanted to see. And even then I was looking at the old masters in traditional painting. I said, but this is what I want to do. And you really couldn't find it at the time in any college program. So I did find the private atelier with Paul Ingebrigtsen here, which was a godsend, really. My passion and what gets me out of bed in the morning and motivated to paint is difficult to verbalize. Sometimes I'm in love with a particular color combination. A couple years ago, I was in love with blue and white. So there was blue and white in everything I set up. And then sometimes I'm drawn to warmth. So all the warm colors will appear in a still life. So unless I'm really focused on a particular dog, if I have a commission or I'm painting my dogs yet again, I don't really have a focus except trying to put together a nice composition. The most fun part of painting is actually in the composing, when I'm bringing all the elements together, whether it's fruit or the bowls and the vases or flowers and cloths. And my studio is filled with all these objects, and just bringing them together and see what works to make a composition. That's the most fun. And then second to that would be when it's done, and I think, oh, I've got that. That really came out nice. But the most difficult part for me is after I've set up my composition and I'm ready to go, and I'm facing that blank canvas. That still terrifies me. I still go, oh, did I really put that complicated cloth in there again? Do you know how much work that's going to be? That's terrifying. I'm not going to say I'm trying to communicate anything, but I want a viewer to enjoy looking at my painting. It's simply for their enjoyment. I don't have anything in my soul that I have to communicate. I want them to enjoy it and to come away going, wow, that was really a beautiful thing that I just saw, and how much work must have gone into that. Particularly with pet portraits, when I finish a portrait and the owner of the dog, which is their beloved pet, is thrilled with this painting, that gives me a lot of pleasure, because what I do is for them. It's not for me. It's not me trying to get out any emotions or feelings that I have to, go to a therapist for that. The painting is for the viewer, not for me.